I've asked Darbi flat out, has your dad molested you? And she tells me no. And I definitely think she'd protect Wayne if she had to. Right now, when I even talk about that guy, my heart starts racing. He makes me anxious. I don't think he's a nice guy. I honestly don't want Wayne in my house. I don't want him near my house. If I could have my way, I would have him pick the kids up down the street.
Okay, Shannon, you two have been together how long?
3 years.
3 years. You said that you asked Darbi if her father had molested her.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you ask her something like that?
Multiple reasons. So, for one, the siblings say that Darbi has a different relationship with her dad. He treats her special and very different from the way he treats his other two kids. The inappropriate comments about her breasts, the fact that when he left Janice, he went right to a 19-year-old gal, and he was 32 or 33.
What do you say about that?
I would say that all that's untrue.
Figures you'd say
I
that,
don't
right?
believe one word of it.
I do not think that Wayne has
You
been
don't live
sexual.
in our home.
I do not, but
And you aren't there when this man comes to our home.
I am not.
And when he knocks on the door for 40 minutes, yelling through our window, Darbi, I'm not leaving without you. I'm not leaving without you. And to watch Darbi go from calm to just, I gotta go down there. My dad's not gonna leave unless I go down there.
I'm just saying, my opinion is very strongly that I 100% do not believe he has ever been sexually inappropriate with his daughter.
Well,
100%. I want everybody to know.
This isn't about him being sexually inappropriate. This is about Darbi.
That's a big accusation. That's a big accusation.
We have never prevented Darbi from having a relationship with Wayne.
But if you think he's sexually molesting her, then you should.
When the kids are at his house and Janice wants to speak to the kids, he doesn't allow the kids to contact her. And when he stole the kids back in, what was it, Wayne? October of 2014?
Well, what triggered that? Why was he concerned at that point?
Both kids told me that you told them to lie about being afraid to come back into our home so Darbi could stay with you.
My daughter called me and told me that they found you unconscious.
Asleep?
Janice called Darbi and told her that she was worried about you, that you may have committed suicide. Darbi finds you unconscious, whatever.
Asleep.
Did you overdose in front of her?
I did not. In fact,
did she?
No, she took 3 Xanax. It was a misunderstanding. She took 3 Xanax.
Did you think at the time she had overdosed?
I was worried about her, yes.
So I, as a caring father, go down there and take my kids out of this environment with the police backing me up, saying that it's an unsafe environment on multiple occasions.
They never said it
and
was
that's
unsafe.
it is true. It's in the police report.
We had CPS
when they came
come
over
to our house.
They were there for
after
10
you called
minutes,
them.
and they said, thank you very much.
You're right. The only reason that they would take kids away is if there was sexual or physical harm. Evidently, somebody doing drugs in front of them isn't enough.
They try to commit suicide with the kids.
Because they left the kids in the custody of Wayne, even though you had...
Twice.
Because they said they were afraid to come into our home.
But at the time, you believed that Shannon had overdosed.
I questioned it.
Then it seems to me that Dad stepping in and saying, this is not where you need to be right now, would seem to be a pretty rational response.
If you had maybe talked and knew more about the situation, Wayne doesn't come in like, hey, I'm gonna save or I'm gonna help my kids out. He comes in to say, you're a bad mom, I'm gonna point fingers at you. How did she do at your house? How did she do when you removed them from the problem?
Great. They were doing fine until you came up and kidnapped them back.
We kidnapped Darbi when you dropped her off on the front porch?
With her bag and said, she's your problem now.
I never said that.
Yes, you did.
Word.
No, I didn't.
She's your problem now.
And the fact that the kids want to be with you, I can't control that.
Why do they want to be with us if we're such horrible people?
You're not horrible people.
I just listened to what you said about me.
But the fact that they're exposed to all this crap at your house isn't good for them.
First off, I've
we
never
don't use drugs.
I've never
and we
used
don't drink. So what are you talking about?
I've never used a drug in my life. I'm not the one that exposed her to drugs.
It's in a police report.
I'm beginning to start asking myself not why she ran away, but why not? With this chaos inside the home, you seriously wonder if she's running not to something, but away from something. Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.